Okay, everybody, it's time for Legal Help Live. Ralph Saltzman here, my partner Ryan Kroll right next to me. We're here to answer your legal questions, but you got to call us first at 1-800-405-4222. That's our toll-free number. That's how you get to ask a legal question. That's how you get into the show. Again, 1-800-405-4222. And by the way, if you drop the remote and the channel changes involuntarily, you're watching City TV Channel 16 if you're in Santa Monica. If you're in Los Angeles, you're watching LA 36. Hey.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. What's new in the law?
New in the law?
Yeah.
Well, there's the city of Sacramento, the trash tax.
There's a trash tax in the city of Sacramento?
Trash tax.
Wait, is that for making trash, collecting trash, or maintaining trash?
It's for making car accidents.
Oh, really?
If you are a person that doesn't live in Sacramento and you cause a car accident in Sacramento, you could be liable for the services of the fire police, and the paramedics.
Wait, are you saying this is a trash tax or a crash tax?
I'm saying it's a trash tax. With the
C.
C.
This whole time I thought it was a trash tax.
No.
But I can see some similarities. I mean, if it's a really bad accident, there's a lot of debris.
Usually there is. But that'd be the downside of visiting Sacramento because it's such a lovely town.
It actually is kind of nice. Has this been litigated yet, or is this just a new? This would be a municipal ordinance, right?
It'd be a municipal ordinance. I believe that other cities have adopted it yet. I don't think there's been litigation over it yet, and I don't think Sacramento's actually has enacted it as of yet.
Okay.
But it's on the horizon as a way for getting funds for cities because everyone's hurting nowadays.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think people would be more inclined to drive better if they know that they have to pay for the mess when they crash?
Well, maybe, but if you live there, I guess you can do whatever you want because you don't have to pay for it. It's only the out-of-towners.
Isn't that kind of discriminatory?
It's very, absolutely. Not to mention that you already pay for insurance, you pay your own taxes for your own city. So the argument against it is the double taxation or something similar to it.
Right. Well, I'm actually, now that we're thinking this through, I'm actually anxious for the law to be passed by the city council and then to be challenged because I think it's going to be thrown out. I
think it'd be fun to challenge it.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll get a call and you and I can do that. I do have late-breaking news. This is from this afternoon. The California Supreme Court has decided unanimously, just this afternoon, to determine whether the sponsors of Proposition 8 have special authority to defend the anti-gay marriage initiative in court. If you recall, there's an issue as to standing. That means whether or not there's a party left to challenge and defend the proposition that passed by the electorate in the last general election. If you can recall, also it was the Ninth Circuit invited the California Supreme Court to make a determination on that issue, and the California Supreme Court just this afternoon decided to take it up and see what they can do.
Interesting.
So we will at least have a determination as to whether there's a party to litigate the appeal before the Ninth Circuit, and this is a case that might go all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court.
It could. The reason that's an issue is because the state of California decided not to oppose it, but some other people who were, I guess, upset with Prop 8 or supported Prop 8.
Right, not to oppose the appeal.
Right.
The present administration, and I think even Schwarzenegger was not inclined to...
he was ambivalent, and Brown came out and said, I'm not going to.
Yeah, this is not something that the state of California needs to defend on appeal. So we'll see if the backers of the proposition will be able to defend it. If they can't, then what happens?
I guess it just goes away, and it's a fight for another day.
I think one way or the other, I don't think the fight is over. Folks, you can call us at 1-800-405-4222. And I say, since we've got people waiting to talk to us, let's go to the phones. What do you think?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Okay. Who's there?
My name's Susan.
Susan? How are you, Susan?
Yes.
What area are you?
Good.
What area are you calling from, Susan?
I'm calling from Santa Monica.
Okay, and what can we do for you today?
I'm actually calling because me and my family went out to dinner about a week ago, and we just went to a little stand over here on the west side, And, we went to a little pizza joint, and everyone ordered the same thing, basically, a pepperoni pizza. And I ordered just the salad. And that night, after we got home from, eating at the restaurant, everyone in my family besides me got sick.
Oh.
And I wanted to see what I could do about that, because my family was very sick for like a week, and they're just barely getting over the food poisoning.
Wow. Well, let me ask you this. Everybody had the same thing, but you didn't? You
Yes.
had something else?
No, I didn't.
And you did not come down with whatever everybody else came down with?
No.
Okay. And you feeling all right?
Yes.
Okay. Ryan, is there some liability here?
There's definitely a chance for liability. Out of curiosity, did your family all eat together beforehand as well, or is that the only meal they had together?
That was the only meal we had together.
Okay, well, it sounds like I'm not a doctor, but it sounds like there should certainly be some liability that could be caused. The food poisoning could have been caused by that pepperoni pizza.
Well, let me ask you this, Ryan. Let's make an assumption. Let's assume that there's some liability that this restaurant, in whatever they did with that pizza, whether it was the cheese or the pepperoni or whatever other things go into that pizza, there was something wrong with one of those ingredients. Or perhaps there was something wrong with the person who prepared it. Assuming that there's some liability, how do we establish that? Did you keep the pizza?
No, we tossed it afterwards because, we just didn't want to get sick again.
Okay. How do they prove this now?
Did anyone go see a doctor?
Yeah, we went to our family doctor because, no one was getting well after like a day or two.
Okay. And did the doctor have any type of diagnosis or make any statements as to what he thought caused the stomach problems?
Yeah, he gave us some paperwork saying that we did have food poisoning. It was most likely caused from the food that we ate that day. But like I said, the only meal that we all ate together was that one meal.
Well, okay. Now let's make some assumptions. Again, we've got liability. We've got a doctor who could, if necessary, testify that all of these people in this family were affected by something wrong with the food that they consumed at that location. That's the only common denominator. What kind of damages are we talking about? Was anybody actually hospitalized, or did they just spend time at the doctor's office?
We just spent time at the doctor's office.
Did anybody miss work?
Yes, my husband had to miss work because he just couldn't hold anything down.
Okay.
Well, there's some damages there that if the actions of the restaurant caused your husband to miss work and he didn't get paid for that, he would be entitled to get those wages back from the restaurant if they caused him to miss work. Did anyone else miss anything else? Plane tickets, vacations, anything along those lines? If they're sick for a week, a lot can happen during that time.
No, just my children, were supposed to go to school, but they couldn't go either.